Welcome to episode number 28 of the Unemployed Journeyman with Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. And today we have the last two games of the league season. And at the end of the episode, we're going to have the end of season review. And then tomorrow, we've got a transfer special. Welcome to the video, folks. And yes, you heard me right in the intro. We are having the end of season review at the end of this episode. Just mixing it up a little, trying to make the transfer special a standalone episode without the end of season review, see how it goes. Since you were last with us though, we played PSG and Schalke in the last episode. It was a heartbreaking one, it really was, losing on penalties to PSG in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And then we beat Schalke 3-0 in the Bundesliga at home with goals from Sparhu, Bode and Freitas. Since then, if you look here, we've changed back to our 4-3-3 defensive midfield wide formation that we started the season with. I mean, we've had a good old run with this 4-4-2. And if I'm being honest, it's not done us too badly. It started off with a win and 2 draws, but then we've won a lot of games since then. We've lost a couple, drawn a few, but it has been a decent formation. I'm certainly going to keep it there for in case we need it next season. But yeah, with the 4-3-3, we returned, well, I say we returned to winning ways. We're back to winning ways against Schalke, but we won against Hertha Berlin away from home 2-1. Easily the much better team. Possession was back to where I like it to be. Pass completion, 89%. XG 2.48 with 7 shots on target. We did look very, very good. We lined up with Oblé in goal, Carnevali, Espinosa out wide, Gaipo and Gashi coming into the centre of defence. I want to give them a little run of games at the end of this season. Sparhu, Freitas and Bode in the midfield with Shirky and Levi out wide, Rios up top. And then after that, we went and played FC Köln at home and a very nice, comfortable 6-0 win in this game. Bode get us off the mark. Then a Rios hat-trick with 2 assists from Bode, by the way. Then Bode with a goal with a Fontes assist, and then Erez Levi coming on as a substitute for Aladin Sahin, making it 6-0. Raphael Bode really showing what I want to see from him with 2 goals and 2 assists from this advanced playmaker role that he has. And this is another reason as well why I want to go back to the 4-3-3 is because it just gets the best out of all of our players. Freitas and Bode look so much better in the Mazzala and advanced playmaker roles. They look so much better out wide as inside forwards rather than having 2 up top. The back 5 and the anchor doesn't really affect them, but it certainly does affect others. And yeah, this is a classic example of how this formation just suits us better. 74% possession, 91% pass completion, back above the 90% or into the 90% area. Today we have Hannover, who are rubbish and 18th, and Hamburg, who are 13th. Hannover is away from home. Hamburg is at home. Like I say, after the Hamburg game, we will then get to the end of season review. So not really much else to go through. Finances, £70 million in the red there. We've got 50 million in the transfer budget. We did start with 104 million. We've obviously made a couple of signings that will go through when the transfer window opens. We've still got like £630,000 in the wage budget. We are expecting to sell some players, and what I'm probably going to do is sell before I buy. So yeah, dynamics, team cohesion is very good. Club atmosphere is excellent. Managerial support's excellent. We only have one unhappy player, and that is Carolot, and he is one of the players that I want to move on in the summer. We're going to hope to get around 70 million for him. He is wanted by Tottenham, I think it is. Yeah, Tottenham in the Premier League. And yeah, he wants to leave to play in a better division. Okay, fair enough. We don't mind you going, sir. Right, let's move over to the Matchday Centre and we'll get into the first of today's 2 games. It's probably worth mentioning because it is actually a big deal. We have won the Bundesliga, by the way. We were always likely to win it for quite a while. We've been many points ahead of Bayern and Leipzig. But yeah, with 2 games to play, we're 11 ahead of Bayern Munich and 13, I can't do maths, 13 ahead of RB Leipzig. So yeah, the Bundesliga is in the bag for the 3rd straight season. Right, here's the team we're going out with then. Oblé in goal, Carnevali left back, Espinosa right back, Gaipo Gashi in the centre of defence, Sparhu, Freitas and Bode in the midfield, Fontas and Sahin out wide with Rios up top. Erez Levi is on the bench along with Caicedo, Granelli, Shirky, Kamiri, blah, 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 blah. Right, let's get into it. And yeah, I'm kind of wanting to give Gaipo and Gashi a little run in the defence in games where it doesn't really matter, because win, lose or draw, we've already won the Bundesliga, so it is quite irrelevant. They're playing a cheaty 4-2-3-1. It's probably a Gegenpress as well, no doubt. But yeah, just for be an opportunity, just to give them a go as a central defensive partnership. They are young defenders, young promising defenders with a lot of potential. So here we go with the first highlight of the game in the 12th minute. Spa, who has it in the midfield, to Bode, to Juan Rios, back to Rafael Bode, takes a shot, but I think it's going wide anyway. Yeah, this 4-3-3 formation seems to get the best out of Rafael Bode, as I said earlier as well. And we wanted to be that creative, goal-scoring midfielder for us, and it just wasn't working with the diamond formation. Here is Bode to Juan Rios, and Juan Rios has scored his 37th goal of the season. It looks like it might be disallowed. It didn't look offside to me, but I'm often wrong on this sort of thing. It's not offside. The goal is standing. So Juan Rios has scored. When we do the end of season review, we go through the amount of goals that this man has scored, because for £65 million, he's my side of the season. Absolute bargain. Right, here's Hannover with the ball on the next highlight. Are they going to create something, or are we going to win the ball back from them? Get the ball crossed into the box. Oh, that was a good opportunity for him. I think he was offside. The fact that the referee had his hand up anyway. But yeah, it's been a dominant start to the first half for us. And it's been nice watching us play in this formation for the last couple of games, especially the one where we beat Cologne 6-0. That was very, very nice to watch. And it's just nice to see us looking so good on the ball, so confident. And it's a thing of beauty. I love this formation, and I was right to change. I do strongly believe that, but I think I should have probably gone back to it by the time we got to PSG in the Champions League. But we're not going to dwell on it too much. That's in the past. We look forward now. Here's Rafael Bode to Thiago Freitas. Ricard Fontas to one real. Oh my word. I mean, Ricard Fontas had a reason to go for goal on his own there. And Ladin Sahin not having a particularly good game out on the right-hand side. We're only 1-0 up despite all this domination that I talk of. Freitas now with the corner from the left-hand side, puts the ball into the box. It's just bobbing around. Freitas gets it back again, gives it to Gashi out on the right-hand side. And he didn't really seem to know what to do with it, bless him. He's a central defender. He's just like, why have you given it to me? Right, here's Gaipo. Gashi again. Ball over the top towards Freitas. And Thiago Freitas has scored his 15th goal of the season. Gashi getting a little assist there. And that is 2-0 on the hour mark for us. And I think we'll give another couple of minutes. In fact, now we'll probably start making changes. So let's bring Carolot on for Spahu, because he's picked up a knock. And Caicedo can come on for Aladdin Sahin, who's not had the best of games. Carnevale now with the corner on the right-hand side. Puts the ball near to the near post. Caicedo takes a shot. Fontas then puts it in. The referee's disallowed it. Okay. Something clearly, probably someone was offside, I would hazard a guess at saying. But approaching time to make a next set of substitutions. And I think Espinosa can come off for Kennedy Nar. And then maybe bring Erez Levi on for Juan Rios. And Dijon Kamiri can come on for Rafael Bode. That completes our 5 substitutions. Hopefully we don't now go and pick up an injury, because I've made all 5 substitutions so early. I do usually leave one of them until around the 85th minute. But it's been a comfortable afternoon, let's be honest. 2-0. Rios and Freitas with the goals. Bode and Gashi with the assists. 4 minutes of added time to be played. 90% pass completion. 74% possession. It has been a very comfortable day. Right, let's move over to the final game of the season. And yeah, let's move over to and see how we get on with that one. Okay, here we are in the matchday centre for the game against Hamburg. And we are unchanged from the team that played in the last game against Hannover. So it won't go through it all again. Let's just get into the match. We have just had the award for German Footballer of the Year given out, and Juan Rios has won that. Second in that list was Brian Espinosa, and third was Philip Oberle. So a clean sweep as far as we were concerned. We've also had Ricard Fontas wanting a new contract with us now that he's finally decided he doesn't want to move away. And I was prepared to offer him the 130,000 that he wanted, but he also wanted 170,000, like an increase to 170,000 after 5 international appearances. I said no to that, so he just wanted a flat out contract of 170,000. I was prepared to offer him 150. He only wanted 170 or nothing, so we ended up not agreeing on a new contract. So keep an eye on that. I do want to keep Ricard Fontas. I regret not having him in my Champions League squad, to be honest. And he does provide a lot for us, can play on the left, can play up top. But we need him to bring his wage demands down a little bit, unless I give in and give him the contract that he wants. But anyway, let's give Hamburg some attention. Freitas is through. Thiago Freitas, oh, he's put it wide of the bar. It's gone out for a corner kick by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a corner kick. So Carnevale will take it from that right-hand side. And in-swinger towards the near post. Sparhu gives it back to Carnevale. Tries to find Fontes. Fontes gives it back to Carnevale. Raphael, but I mean, Carnevale's getting a lot of the ball. Here's a lad in Sahin, and it's over the bar from Sahin. Could do with him getting a goal, putting in a good performance. He wasn't particularly good against Hannover. But Juan Rios, by the way, if he actually gets a hat-trick today, he'll end up with 40 goals for the season, which is insane. I weren't expecting him to get that many goals. Also, I don't think he's going to get a hat-trick today, but we can live in hope. Is Ricard Fontas showing us why he deserves that new contract? And Freitas has hit the post. I mean, Thiago Freitas has arguably had our best chances. We've had 5 shots on target, 74% possession, but we can't get the lead against Hamburg compared to their 1 shot on target next year, 0.02. Right, we have a free kick. It'll probably be Freitas taking it. Or could be Carnevale, I suppose. So Sparhu's limping his way off the pitch. Here is Freitas with the free kick. Goes for goal. Oof, keeper with a very good save to turn that behind for a corner. Carnevale will take the corner from the right-hand side. In-swinger towards the middle of the goal. And it's been put in by Raphael Bode, his 12th goal of the season. And Raphael Bode is showing off in this episode, showing exactly why I like him, why I want him in this position. Sparhu's picked up another knock, as we've just seen with him going off. He was injured in the last game. He's picked up an injury here. Freitas with another free kick. He's determined to get a goal from a direct free kick, isn't he? Let's be honest. Is he going to... No, he goes... It's an indirect one. He gets it back, though, and I think it took a deflection before going into the arms of the goalkeeper. Still just 1-0 to us, but the highlight is continuing. He goes for a long kick upfield. We eventually get the ball under our control. Here's Ricard Fontas. Juan Rios finds a lad in Sahin. He's through and he scores. Sahin with his 12th goal of the season. Bear in mind, he has missed 2 or 3 months of the season with an injury. Not been a bad return from someone that plays predominantly out on the right-hand side. It's not often we use him up top, but we are 2-0 up. I think we're going to take Sparhu off at half-time because he is injured. There's no point ruining his holidays by making him even more injured than he already is. Let's get in here and bring him on for Carolot. I was going to bring Kennedy Nah on, as I said previously in a previous episode. I have played Kennedy Nah a couple of times in that defensive midfield role because Sparhu, I think he was suspended while Ott was injured, and he'd done reasonably well. Certainly weren't bad in that position. Right, we have another free kick right on the edge of the D, just inside the D. Freitas is over it again. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. I think he's hit the post and the crossbar in this game. It's just not going for him, is it? Gaipo had the ball, but the highlight ends. We'll now make our first couple of substitutions. So Espinosa can come off for Kennedy Nah. And who else do I want to bring? I think we're bringing Freitas off for Granelli. Not because he had a bad game, but he's been very unlucky not to score, actually. But we're 2-0 up. Again, another game where we've been totally and this is why I love this formation. And I know we're not playing against particularly good teams. You know, they're teams that are in Hannover's case, have already been relegated. Dijon Kamiri can come on for Raphael Bode. That's our entire midfield has been changed there. And Caicedo can come on for Fontas on this occasion. We'll let Sahin complete the 90 minutes. But yeah, this is why I love this formation. I just think we look so much better. And I think we would have beaten PSG if we had this formation. Quite honestly, I really do. But next season, folks, we are going to win the Champions League. Right, there you go. That's the end of that. Right, I will move over now to the end of season review. This is the final table, by the way. Bayern drawing with Leipzig on the last day of the season. We've won the league 15 points ahead of Bayern Munich and 15 points ahead of Leipzig. What's also worth mentioning as well, I think we'll just get to it. If we go to our home screen, only 12 goals conceded in the Bundesliga. We now have the record for conceding the fewest amount of goals in a Bundesliga season. That is awesome. What a defence we have. Right, let's get to the end of season review. Right, before the end of season review, we have all this end of season stuff to bring you. So we start off with the support profile. The hardcore has gone down to 6%, core has gone up to 37%, family is down to 18%, fair weather is down to, or up to 21%, sorry. Corporate is 3%, casual is 15%. Moderate influence on the board remains the same. 11.4 million social media followers, I suppose, has got, that's how much it's raised by, to 49.5 million. Season ticket holders, all that sort of stuff looks very nice. Our club expectations, they're very disappointed in signed players to sell for a profit. Okay, fair enough. But they're delighted or pleased with everything else. Work within wage budget. Well, they're saying on course. We've done it. I don't know why they're just saying on course. Blah, 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 blah. They want us to win the Bundesliga next season. This is the first season they've actually put in there, win the Bundesliga, and reach the latter stage of the Champions League, which, yeah, means the quarter-final stages. So we'll accept the vision, and then we'll get to the end of season team meeting, and we'll tell them we're going to win the Bundesliga, because that is what you do. You tell them what the board want you to say. Congratulations on winning the title. It's a great achievement and you all deserve a good break. Make sure you're back fully rested and in good condition, because I won't accept anything less than winning it again next time around. There you go. They're very pleased. Brilliant. That's what I want to hear. And let's leave the meeting. And everyone's very happy except Carolot, but he's going to be leaving. So that don't matter. Squad dynamics. Levi, Oberle and Freitas are our team. I was so happy to see Erez Levi as one of our team leaders. Thiago Freitas. There is a possibility he could be leaving in the summer. I'm going to just pre-warn you about that now. We do have a lot of highly influential players. I'm sure someone will be able to step up. I'd quite like to see Sparhu step up, to be honest. Team report, end of season, squad break, training camp destination. Where are we going to go? I mean, it's Austria. We're going to go to Japan, aren't we? We've got to go to Japan. And while I'm there, I'll have a little sneaky visit to Tokyo. I mean, I know Japan's a huge country, but I'm sure I'll get time to go to Tokyo. So yeah, we're going to Japan for pre-season. And Liverpool are chasing Aladdin Sahin for £102 million. Wow. Okay. How much did we sign? I mean, he's not really been here that long. He came January of last season. He's had his first full season with us. Like I say, he was interrupted with injury. I don't really want to sell him, to be honest. He's been a very good player for us. And we got him for 69 million. So in terms of selling players for a profit, that would definitely fall in that category. So who knows? That is a possibility. Right, end of season review time now. And here we are for the end of season review, and our Bundesliga and German Super Cup trophies, or plate, is on the screen. They are what we've won this season. Let's have a look at our new arrivals. And one of them, One Rios from Southampton, £65 million, 45 appearances, 47 goal contributions. That is insane. 37 goals in 45 games at 7.56. For me, he's my player of the season. He's not the board's, but he is mine. The board have gone for Brian Espinosa from Monaco for 80 million, 40 appearances, 2 goals, 18 assists at 7.50. He has been fantastic as well. I can't really argue too much. I knew what I was going to be getting with him though, because I knew him from Monaco. Yeah, I've loved having Espinosa here. As I have Raphael Bow, 24-year-old world-class midfielder, £102 million on the expensive side, but for this type of player, you have to pay that type of money. 42 starts, 1 sub appearance, to 43 appearances, 12 goals, 9 assists at 7.27. Christian Sparhu from AC Milan for 99 million, 42 appearances, 13 goals, 3 assists from a defensive midfield position. That is not a bad return at all, 7.22. Half of those have been penalties. Peter Kalinski, 21-year-old elite centre-back from FC Lorient, 140 million in total we spent on him. 41 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist at 7.18. Rilin Gashi, 19-year-old wonder kid from Osijek, 7.25 million. 25 appearances, 8 of them starts. No goals, 1 assist at 7.02. Kennedy Nahr, 19-year-old fullback from Braga, 35 million, 6 starts, 20 sub-appearances, so 26 appearances in total. No goals, 2 assists at 6.94. And Matteo Caicedo from Porto for 65 minutes. He's probably been a bit of a flop, but that's more on me for not giving him more game time. Kennedy Nahr, I've been quite happy with him, and the rest of them I've been delighted with. In terms of transfers out, just have a look at who's had a good season or not. Angelo Stiller has gone to Al Hilal for 17.25 million. He's had a good season. 8 goals, 13 assists at 7.45. Bradley Barcola likewise had a fantastic season for Atletico Madrid. 32 appearances, 15 goals, 7 assists at 7.40. Maxime Esteve has gone to Liverpool for 40 million and barely featured. He's had 3 starts, 2 sub-appearances, 1 assist at 7.30. Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit unhappy because he could have stayed with us. Karim Konate, Al Ittihad for 61 million, 26 goals from 50 games. Yeah, he's done well. Unai Ganay, gone to Hertha Berlin, to their second team, and he's barely featured, so I don't know what was the difference between him barely featuring. In actual fact, I'd say he probably would have got more game time with us than he has there, so that's a poor move for him. Frederick Reuter has gone to Fiorentina. He's been decent. He's been worth the money for them. Gavaro Reed, very good player, gone to Monaco. He's had a decent season, 5 assists and a goal. Romeo Lavia to Manchester City. We did a lot of business last summer, didn't we? 55 million, barely featured, but yeah, he's there. He's probably won something with them. Karim Adeyemi, following in the footsteps of Frederick Reuter, has gone to Fiorentina. He's been a squad player, hasn't he, for 60 million or 59 million. He has got a goal. Matteo Niku has gone to Torino. Done fine with them for 4.1 million. That's probably decent. And Dieter Hesse to VfB Stuttgart for 10.5 million. He's been a regular starter with them. 2 goals, 7 assists. It's worked out for everyone. Right, season to remember. In terms of the Bundesliga, 96% average home attendance. We won it. One Rios was their top scorer with 27 goals. 1 defeat all season, which was against RB Leipzig. 4 draws, 91 points. And the best defensive record in the history of the Bundesliga. Well, since FM24's records began anyway. Then we get to moments to remember. Biggest win was against Barrikstad in the DFB Pokal, winning that 9-1. The match to remember was the game against Bayern Munich that we won 2-1. And the goal of the season come from Thiago Freitas. Great strike from the BFB central midfielder as he scores a thunderous free kick from 27 metres. That was in the 6-4. I mean, to me, that is the match to remember. 6-4 against... Bear in mind, we conceded 12 goals in the league all season. A third of them goals were in this one game against HSV. Absolutely mental. I am just going to go back here as well because we didn't click on the other bits. So, yeah, the Champions League, it kind of didn't feel like it was going to be our season of how much we were struggling. I mean, Man City, that's not a bad result, a draw away from home, but drawing against Espanyol and Fiorentina, they were poor results. Chelsea, you can't really complain about a draw against them because they are a very good team. Then we've beaten Seville, Lorient, Anderlecht, both games against Juventus, but then PSG, that was heartbreaking, it really was. They wanted us to reach the latter stages, which is the quarterfinals, so we achieved that. And yeah, Juan Rios with 6 goals was our top goal scorer. The DFB Pokal, we only got to the second round, or our second round of that, and lost to VfB Stuttgart. They won't be too happy with that, I wouldn't have thought. And the German Super Cup, we obviously beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. Right, moving on, finances. In terms of reputation, I think we're going to now move up to 5-star worldwide. Sponsorships stayed the same at 112 million. Broadcast revenue has gone down by about 4 million. Corporate and hospitality has gone up by a few hundred thousand. Competition prize money has gone down by like 28 million. And matchday commercial and retail has remained around the same, really. In terms of their shirt sales, Espinosa, Freitas, Rios, Shirky and Bode are among our top sellers for shirts. In terms of their best 11, they've gone with the 4-3-3 at the diamond formation here. Oberle in goal, Carnevale and Espinosa out wide, Kalinski and Ziris there, Spahu, Bone and Freitas, Shirky, Levi, Rio. Don't really disagree with that, to be honest. Everyone was in the green as well. In terms of the accolades, I've not won anything, but the player awards, Juan Rios is the fans player of the season. The young player of the season is Giacomo Carnevale. Sign of the season is Brian Espinosa. Goal of the season, we know, is Thiago Freitas. Top goal scorer, Juan Rios with 37 goals. Most assists, Brian Espinosa with 18. Most player of the match awards is Espinosa with 9. Highest average rating was Rios with 7.6. And Rilin Gashi was the most passes completed per 90 minutes with 77 for a 19-year-old wonder kid. I love having a wonder kid. Most assists by player of the season, Brian Espinosa now holds that record for the club with 18. Philip Oberle continues to beat the record for most clean sheets. He's now got 35 clean sheets this season. And highest transfer fee paid, Peter Kalinski, for £100 million. History in the making. Once Borussia Dortmund got rolling midway through the season, it looked hard to stop them going on to this success. Borussia Dortmund took a little while to get going, but really set themselves up for the most magical of outcomes with their mid-season run. And the manager timeline is, you guessed it, what the manager timeline is. And let's just have a quick look through here, make sure there's nothing we need to show you here. This is our overall best 11. I mean, Kobel is in goal. Carnevale, Sule, Schlotterbeck, Ryerson, Stiller, Bidstrup, Brandt, Levi, Canate, Barcola. There's still some players that need to be moved out of that, I would say, but who am I to dictate that? And that is pretty much all it is. And we will be back tomorrow for a transfer special where you'll probably join me around the 1st of July, unless there's something I need to bring you beforehand. And we'll go through what we want to do with this squad. But mainly what I'm looking at is fixing the homegrown status thing. So obviously we know that Alban Lafont will be leaving and the goalkeeper that comes in will be a homegrown or trained in nation goalkeeper. So that gives us another one to add to this list. We should pretty much be there, but it will be a case of one in, one out. So I will see you for that 6 o'clock tomorrow evening as normal during the week. And yeah, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.